Okay, right, good afternoon, Year 5. So, last lesson, you guys had a go at drawing some artwork using Scratch, and I could see that some of you have posted your work on the Teams page, which is brilliant. So it's really nice to see the amazing things that you have created. Some of you have posted videos and pictures, which is lovely. So you are going to continue working on Scratch today. This time what I'd like you to do is to have a go at using the pen tool and the block tool, which is like a subroutine or a function, and your task is to try and see if you can program your sprite to draw your name on the screen. So I will help you out with this task and get you started. So this video will be posted on the Teams page, which is the Year 5 Computing with Miss Babulal Teams page. So it will be posted at the bottom of this Teams page. So first of all, what I need to do, so I've got a new document opened up. This is my sprite character, and he's really big, so I'm going to just make him a bit smaller to 25%. And if you'd like to, you can change your sprite by just pressing on the X button and uploading another sprite. So there's loads of sprites that you can choose from. Okay, so what I'm going to do, my first letter in my name is A. So I'm going to show you how to draw A, and then I'm going to show you how you can draw a circular shape. So I can just show you how you can draw a circle. So I think that was one of the questions that came up last lesson. So I would like my sprite to kind of move over onto the left hand side. So I'm just dragging it over here, and then when I use my motion block, it actually picks out the coordinates. So I'm just dragging that block out. I need to have my event button dragged out as well, my block. So when I press the play button or the flag button, I will always go to that position over there. So when I press that button, it takes me over there. So I'm happy with how that is so far. Right, so I'm now going to go to the pen button. Now, if you can't see the pen button, you need to click at the bottom where it says add extensions. You're clicking on that blue button right at the bottom, and then you're choosing pen over here. Okay, and now I'm on the pen section. So I am going to choose erase all first of all, because I find that when I start playing around with Scratch, especially with the pen tool, your previous drawings will be on the screen. So you want to just erase everything from before so that it doesn't affect your drawing. And it will probably make sense to actually erase everything from before, then go to that position, and then I'm going to choose pen down. Okay, and then so basically if I just show you what's happening, not really much, we're just moving to that position, and it's not drawing a line or anything that I don't want to have. Okay, so now I'm gonna create a block. So I'm clicking on the red section here called block, and I'm gonna make a block. So I'm now going to program the letter A, and I'm going to press OK. Okay, and then you get this block called define A. So basically all of the steps and all of the instructions to draw the letter A will be in this section called define A. And the reason why I'm going to use this is because if you're going to draw your name on the screen, if you have a letter more than once in your name, like my name is Anusha, I'd need to use A twice to draw out my name. So it'd be really useful to use the block function, because then I can repeat a whole load of code again. So it's a really easier way to program. Okay, so to draw the letter A on the screen, what I want to do is I am going to go to motion, and I'm going to choose point in direction, I'd like my sprite character to be pointing maybe to 30, but we'll test it out and see if that works. So I'm going to get it to point in the direction of 30 degrees. I'm going to get it to move a number of steps. I'll just put in 30, and I need it to draw the line. So I need to have the pen down, and at this stage the pen should be down first of all, then it points in the direction, and then it moves 30 steps. Now when I run this, nothing will happen, and that's because I haven't added my block. So what I mean by that is I'm defining my block, but I haven't instructed Scratch to play that block. So I'm going to drag it out over here, and it's called A. So all of my code in the define section is at the bottom, and basically what happens is when I press the flag button, all of the code over here will run in sequence, and when we get to A, you have to imagine that we're going to jump from this section to the define A, and it's going to follow all of the code in sequence line by line. So you can see that every time I press the flag button now, it is drawing my line, and it does it really fast. So if I wanted to just see what's happening, and I just wanted to erase everything like that, and then just drag the block together, and I press run, I can see it's drawn my line. And if I just make the move a larger number, we can just see what's happening there. Okay, so I've got the first part of A, well not the first part, but I need to get the cat to point downwards now. So again, I'm going to go back to motion. I'm going to use point in direction. So at the moment the cat is sort of looking this way, and I want it to sort of go down. So I think maybe I might try for 150. So we'll experiment with that. Then I'm going to use move 60 steps as well, and let's see what that does. So that's not bad, I'm quite happy with that. So now I just need to have the line in the middle for A, and then I've completed that shape, that letter. So really what I want the cat to do is to go over here and draw a straight line. The best way to do this is to use the pen up. So at the moment we are here, and I can see it's drawn a line, and that's because I moved it over. So if I just, let's just have a look and see what's going on here, because it seems to be drawing more lines. Yeah, that's not exactly what I want to happen. Let's just check the code. Okay, so I've worked it out. The reason why every time I press the flag I'm getting extra lines appearing is because I haven't told Scratch, I haven't used the pen up feature at the beginning. So I need to use the pen up feature at the beginning. So before I even go to this point over here, if I just use the pen up, that's the wrong way around, then that should hopefully fix that problem. So every time I press the green flag, I don't have any issues now, okay? And you could even have the pen up at the beginning as well. That's absolutely fine, that would work. So you have pen up and you erase everything, that is absolutely fine, that works. Okay, so now I just need to go over here and draw my line in the middle. So I am going to use the pen up button over here. I am then going to go up. So I'm actually just going to point in direction. And if I'm pointing, I'm actually, at the moment I'm this way, and I want to point over here, we'll see if that works. I'm just choosing a number. I'll choose 75, and then I'm going to move maybe 10 or 10 steps. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, I need to move a bit more than that. 50. And then again, I think that looks okay. And then I'm going to use the pointing direction again to face the correct way. So I think 90 degrees would be great. And then I'm going to try again to move a few steps, like so, let's say 50. Okay, and I think that looks good, except there's one thing missing. I'm sure you can guess what that is. That is the pen down button. So let's run that now. Yep, so that's not too bad. I just need to play around with the numbers there so that the line of the A doesn't go past this line over here. So I could reduce the number. So this is all trial and error. So you can just keep practicing and keep having a go until you get the desired effect. So that's not bad, I'm quite happy with that. So that is my A that I have created. Okay, and every time I want to use A again, I can use the pen up button, get my character to move, so I could tell Scratch to move over here. So I'll just position it and use the go to block and then choose pen down and drag out the A block, and hopefully I should get 2 A's. There you go. So that's how you can reuse your code. Only use the go to block when you're using the flag block. So what I mean is, don't use the go to block when you're defining your letter. You'll find that if you use the go to block, you'll have problems. So definitely always use the pointing direction, the move a number of steps, and use the pen up and pen down, so that you don't have any issues with reusing your blocks. Okay, and that way it will definitely work. So all I have to do here is really, if I just get the number maybe similar to this one, which can be 196, $128, and I just want it to move more in line with this A, I just need to adjust the X position. So if I put 220, just see, so that's drawing it next to the A, and I want to move the other direction, so we'll put a smaller number like 160 and keep playing around with the number until you are happy, and there you go. Okay, so that's how you can draw your A letter.